And that's no fun because it takes a while to grow back.
Yeah.
You pop a nail, it took me
Been a long time.
It had to be a week to grow that nail back. My nails grow
Just
fast.
raw skin.
Ah, yeah, and you're wearing socks. You know, you're wrapping it, and then, yeah, raw skin. That's right. Hey, Dateline, Lakewood, Ohio. Somebody's been posting, I don't know if there's an update to this, but somebody was posting about some awful, awful things going on there in Lakewood around Richland Avenue. Are you anywhere near Richland Avenue, Bill?
No.
Oh, my goodness. This would be in the...
That's actually... I do know a friend that lives over near there.
This would
It's
be
one of our friends.
between Madison and Lakewood Heights Boulevard.
Yeah.
You almost said it.
Yeah.
What?
I almost said who lives like really close to there.
Ah.
But I don't want to blow up their spot.
Well, anyway, somebody in that area of Lakewood is shooting baby rabbits with a blow dart gun.
What the hell?
And they're trying to narrow down. Somebody saw 2 small rabbits that had darts in their faces. One of them had a dart through its face and sticking out of its back.
Oh.
A blow dart gun? We like a bushman or something? So this person was trying to get the word out that somebody there in Lakewood is exhibiting some pretty sicko behavior. There have been a lot of rabbits, though. I don't know where all the, I know that if the lore on rabbits is that they can procreate with the quickness. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was always like the cliche, right? Is that rabbits would really, they're out there doing whatever like rabbits. But I have noticed a lot of rabbits this summer. So I'm wondering if it's true. Just anecdotally. Here, this person's talking about rabbit. When was the last time you saw a rabbit? A bunny?
New York City.
Yes, Sunday.
You saw one on Sunday, okay?
Sunday.
I see them a lot. I'm walking my dog. I'm used to seeing like a random deer or something like that. I can't recall the last time I saw so many rabbits. So maybe this person thought they were taking it upon themselves to cull the local Lakewood rabbit population. But you know what they say, especially if it's a kid, which you don't want. Because that's one of the biggest predictors of somebody who's going to grow up and do awful things to people. Which, granted, other people care less about. People care less about cruelty to humans than cruelty to animals. But, humans can be so cruel to one another that I always thought it was so strange that they're able to generate so much empathy for animals. But here it is. And I don't know if there's been an update to the situation. But I noticed that somebody had posted about some terrible goings-on there in the Lakewood metropolitan area. But, again, I don't know what constitutes a blow gun. When I was a kid, we just had, maybe you had an air rifle. I wasn't aiming them at animals, of course. You were aiming them at the street lights. You ever shoot out the street lights with a BB gun?
Well, didn't have street lights.
You didn't have street lights?
I grew up in the country.
Well, they don't have lights in the country?
No.
What, just on the houses?
On the houses, yeah, but
Wow.
the houses aren't close.
Right. Well, that's why I would think it would precipitate the need for lights on the road. So it's just headlights of cars at night illuminating the roads there.
There wasn't cars anywhere.
What? Pardon me. Wait a second.
There was. I mean, they're
You
like.
didn't live in the woods.
I
You lived in
did.
Medina.
No, but I lived across from a cornfield. The houses weren't close together.
Well, I didn't know you lived in the middle of nowhere. I just thought you lived like out where there weren't as many houses.
There like you could see our neighbors' houses, but they weren't like right next to each other, and there was nobody across the street, and there was rarely a car that came down our street. Yeah, we didn't have any street lights. There were no sidewalks or anything.
So the only lights were on houses and cars that might be passing by.
And the inside.
If you needed to go anywhere, you'd have to take a lantern with you.
Well, you drive in your car with lights.
But when you were a kid,
we
You want to be out running around?
we did go out with flashlights, or you just you
Yeah.
know in the summer it was
Fireflies.
well yeah, the moon would be enough on
The
some nights.
moon?
Yeah.
You had to navigate by the moon.
There's not really navigating. There's nowhere to go. Where do you think I'm going? Like
I
there's
don't know.
nothing-
I'm trying to envision the
there's
situation.
There's no place that I could walk to go to. I mean, just you.
So when night falls, trapped in the house before you're of driving age.
It's the only safe place.
I mean,
Wow.
we could go outside and be in the woods.
Yeah. What was it, like a big yard, or were you
Yeah, we
pretty
had a
much
big yard.
Okay, so but beyond that, you're surrounded by woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woods and corn.
Woods and corn. Yeah. Did you ever hear voices coming from the cornfield?
No.
No whispers?
I do remember once we went running because there was corn on one side, and then behind the corn there was just like wheat, and I had a pretty
Corn and wheat.
yeah, there was a pretty severe allergy attack because that's when I found out that I had pretty bad allergies
Mm-hmm.
running through and I just started sneezing and just snot just bubbling up out of it was terrible.
Wait, so you had a corn or a wheat allergy?
It was from the wheat, I believe.
Wow.
Well, it wasn't like I don't have a wheat allergy, but it's just all the pollen that
I
was
see.
being generated.
I see. Wow.
Yeah, we were out there.
I guess so. So anyway, we used to shoot out streetlights with a Daisy air rifle occasionally. And then the city would come through and they'd fix them or whatever. And then once we graduated to wrist rockets, did you guys ever have wrist rockets?
Oh yeah, I mean we had
The big slingshots.
we had all sorts of weapons.
I mean, I don't, again,
we were in the woods.
I'm entirely ignorant to like rural living. So
Yeah.
I need this picture painted for me. So you guys are in the, I guess I didn't realize you were like out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Pre-development, is that area developed now?
Not
Everybody
really.
makes this-
There's more developments around. The roads paved better now. It was paved back in the day, but it was still kind of more like a gravel road.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Because all I hear from people now is that Medina is like all developed.
most of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in Granger Township, so that's where there's a little more
Room to breathe.
A little more room to breathe. is the
Okay.
way to put it. Yeah.
And is that by design so that people out there, they're not going to be around their neighbors?
Well, my dad he had his company, and he was running his company out of the place that we lived
I see.
for a while until someone complained, and they're like, "Hey, you're not zoned for this." And then
Someone
that-
complained.
yeah,
All right.
neighbor complained.
So you're out by the Hinckley Reservation? Is that by
yeah,
you?
not too far. Yeah,
Okay.
not too far from that.
No lights.
Yeah, no street lights.
Wow. You could
There's-
probably get into a lot of trouble doing that. A lot of ne'er-do-wells. I mean, like, so Halloween, you had to get in the car and drive.
Halloween, yeah, we didn't do Halloween in our neighborhood, on our street because it
Yeah.
wasn't a neighborhood. I'd go to friends' neighborhoods.
Mormons don't have an issue with Halloween?
No,
Really?
no.
Okay, that's good. I mean, they have an issue with caffeine, right?
Just try not to drink it.
Right. I'm interested in how things lay out, you know?
It was
Kids
always one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to drink like coffee and stuff like that. And then we didn't drink Coke, but I didn't like Coke anyway. I like Sprite, but my parents would drink Diet Coke a lot. But I thought that was so gross because of the sweetener that they used.
I envision it like the scene in Pet Cemetery where there's always semis tearing by the house.
No,
And then the
because
kid goes walking out there.
I mean, it was that kind of rural, but it wasn't a main road. It was just
Okay,
like
so people aren't going like
country road.
80 miles an hour past your house.
I mean, some people would in cars, but I don't think there was ever a semi that came down our road.
Because that's the trouble when you live out in the sticks. People are just flying around.
Yeah. We weren't on like a through road. It was just a rural country road.
Okay. Alan, tell Bill that isn't a cornfield any longer. All right. Well, then you can get out there and run around. Your nose won't be bubbling or anything.
That's news to me.
Alan, did you know that rabbits make weird nests in the ground? I didn't know either until I ran them over in my zero-turn mower, and boy, did it suck huevos.
Yeah.
I did not know that. No, I just noticed that I've seen a lot more of them than I can ever recall. Alan, I live out in the country. No streetlights, no neighbors. Surrounded by a cornfield and a gravel road in Henrietta Township in Lorain County. All right. I live in Brecksville, and our development doesn't have any streetlights, someone said. All right. Well, yeah, okay. Well, then you can't identify, I guess, with shooting out the lights. Unless you're aiming at oncoming cars. That's the real flex.
There's no cars, remember?
Well, the country living, I mean, you're looking for kicks. You're looking for things to do. You can't walk out the front door, go down the street, and you're doing something. You got to make your own fun, I have to assume. And so if there are no lights to shoot out, what else is there?
We would go and shoot cans and
This is what I'm talking
all
about.
sorts of
Shooting cans.
like targets and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
We'd shoot guns.
Yeah. All right. But not streetlights.
But not streetlights.
Yeah. You had lights in Berea, though, Mary, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You guys weren't in the sticks.
That's how we knew when to go in the house.
Oh, your mom or dad didn't yell out the front door? We got the
Streetlights-
yell.
Streetlights come on, you come in.
When did
And
they
then
come? Yeah, but in the summer, when did they come on?
I don't know, whenever they come on.
Oh, okay.
Whenever it starts to get dark enough that streetlights come on, you got to go in the house. And
Yeah.
then if you still weren't in like 10 minutes after they came on, then you'd get like the dad whistle. Or, hey.
My mom had
That's
a
it.
triangle, like a big old like iron triangle that she'd ring when it was time for dinner and stuff.
Yep.
We'd come running. It's dinner time.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to do it.
We're eating dinner tonight. Come on, Tiffany, Heather, Cody, Dylan, Dermot, Jordan, Taylor, Brittany, Wesley, Rumor, Scout, Cassidy, Zoe, Chloe, Max, Hunter, Kendall, Caitlin, Noah, Sasha, Morgan, Kira, Ian, Lauren, Hubert, Phil.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, Lakewood, Ohio. Keep your head on a swivel because there's somebody out there trying to shoot darts into poor defenseless rabbits. Somebody sent me, they asked veterinarians and assistants what the most overused pet names were. And it sounds like there's a lot of female dogs getting named the same thing.
The most overused pet name.
Lola.
Yeah. What is the most overused pet name?
I would have to say Mia.
What is the most overused pet name?
I think Bella.
What is the most overused pet name?
Mia.
What is the most overused pet name?
Me, Fluffy.
What is the most overused pet name?
Probably Bella.
So a lot of Mias and Bellas.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
Whoopsie didn't make the list.
No, Whoopsie's good.
The Duchess.
Mhm.
Duchess, no. And I was listening for that, but I feel like Duchess. When I was growing up, my best friend had a black lab named Duchess.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of an older name, and I wasn't the only one. I had another friend who named her dog Duchess. But I like when people name their dogs, I shouldn't say human names because they're all human names, but like Steven.
My brother's dog's name is Ted.
That's right. That's a good name. Like, this is my dog, Jennifer.
Jennifer's a very funny name. For a
Jennifer.
dog.
Yeah, name your dog Jennifer. You know, because everybody goes for Max or, I don't know if Duke anymore, but Max is probably the most overused male dog name. Yeah, like a standard, regular, a name that they're probably not even naming human kids anymore.
This is my dog Keith.
Yes, Keith the dog.
I always
That's
like
a
Frank.
Huh?
Frank.
We had a cat named Frank.
Frank sounds like a pet's name, perhaps. But when you get into Keith and Jennifer and those are-
Doug.
Doug. This is my dog,
Carl.
Doug. Carl. I mean, a buddy of mine had, Carl and Lenny were his dogs. They both passed away.
That's fine.
But yeah. But just a traditional name.
Next dog, I'm giving a black.
It's my
name.
dog, John. Huh?
I'm gonna give like a black name to my next dog.
What's a black name, Bill?
Like DeAndre.
This is my dog, DeAndre.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Gordon.
All right. Well, he answered your question, Mary.
He did.
You and your gotcha questions.
I didn't ask a gotcha question. I was asking for an example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, there it is. DeAndre. This is my dog, LeBron. There's got to be people in this area that name their dog
yeah.
LeBron.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely have to be that. I got a break. You want to send the last word in, you can shoot me a text, 35192. All-Star game tonight, so no Guardians. You'll get Corey Roddick after 6:30. And we'll be back after these.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart.